March 16th, inventory. The purpose of a searching and fearless moral inventory is to sort through the confusion and the contradiction of our lives so that we can find out who we really are. Basic text, page 27. Using addicts are a confused and confusing bunch of people. It's hard to tell from 1 minute to the next what they're going to do or who they're going to be. Usually the addict is just as surprised as anyone else. When we used, our behavior was dictated by the needs of our addiction. Many of us still identify our personalities closely with the behavior we practiced while using, leading us to feel shame and despair. Today, we don't have to be the people we once were, shaped by our addiction. Recovery has allowed us to change. We can use the 4-step inventory to see past the needs of the old using life and find out who we want to be today. Writing about our behavior and noticing how we feel about that behavior helps us understand who we want to be. Our inventory helps us see beyond the demands of active addiction, beyond our desire to be loved and accepted. We find out who we are at the root. We begin to understand what's appropriate for us and what we want our lives to be like. This is the beginning of becoming who we really are. Just for today, if I want to find out who I am, I'll look at who I've been and who I want to be. I'm Herb the Addictaholic, and this is just for today. And, 4-step is tough for a lot of people. A lot of people don't make it past or through the 4th step. And, mine took a little bit. I don't want to tell you how long, it was just in the more than 1 month, I'll put it that way. But my 5th step took a long time too, to cover with my sponsor all my character defects, my resentments, all my antics, if you will, of my addiction. I think we took about 5 or 6 hours to go over my writing, what I put down in this notebook. And, being able to go through that all and then highlight some of the patterns and then look back on those patterns and see, what the real defects are, what was really inspiring me or causing me to have some of these feelings that I was having. And then I realized that I was trying to control a lot of stuff, and not being able to control some things, I was building a lot of resentments and a lot of anger and a lot of secondary emotions that follow that, that led me right back into my addiction all the time. And being able to go through that and kind of like clean house, they call it inventory. Inventory for a grocery store. They go through all the items, double check what they have, what they need, and then they get rid of what they don't need. And there's, some sort of systematic reason while they go through and figure all this stuff out is to cut the excess, to get rid of what is not needed and find out what is meant to be kept, and to see the status of the operation. We take that inventory ideal and apply it to our life. It's a tough thing to do, it's daunting. Not everyone looks forward to inventory, but once it's done, it's quite a weight off the shoulders. Hand that stuff over to your higher power, and let him or her, it, the universe take care of that big stuff, and then we can work on our daily amends and try to keep that inventory list next time around. Because I'm gonna do the 4th step again. I'm trying to do the steps in a cycle like a clock. Once I get to 12, it doesn't stop, it goes back to 1. So when I get back to 4, I want it to be a little shorter next time around. Hopefully I've been doing my daily amends and I don't have to have such a long list of wreckage, so hopefully that helps. Glad to see you guys out. Hope you come back tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.